Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Obviously, the launch of Season 3 brought a lot of content to both Modern Warfare and Warzone as well. And we've got plenty of confirmed content and other features coming up during the season that were initially previewed on the roadmap. And that includes things like the new operators of Ronin and Iskra, the return of MW3's Hard Hat multiplayer map, some brand new modes, a brand new weapon, and even more. However, over the past few days, we've actually learned a lot about some of the other updates and features that we'll be seeing during Season 3, including the brand new Mastery camo, some other potential camos that could be coming to the game, and a handful of other things as well that we'll be breaking down here today. So if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you are new to the channel, we've been gaining over 1,000 new subscribers every single day. So if you do want to stay up to date with the latest Call of Duty news, intel, updates, and everything in between, feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. Now, as far as the timing goes for all the content we'll be talking about, that's really the biggest question mark out of all of this. You know, we've got a good amount of info on these new features and updates, but there hasn't been any date solidified for any of it, outside of the very open time frame of just sometime during Season 3. But, that said, it was mentioned that a few of these features are planned for the mid-season update, and if you want to get technical about it, the middle of the season would either fall on May 5th or May 12th, as those are weeks 4 and 5 of the season, which is looking to last roughly until June 2nd, or 8 weeks in total. Now, just to reiterate, that's no official confirmation there, right? That is just technically when these new features could be coming to the game if things were to play out word for word. Anyways, getting into the first big new feature coming to the game during Season 3, we've got the brand new Mastery camo. Now, of course, if you've been keeping up with the videos, you probably know that this is a feature that we've talked about on numerous occasions at this point. We actually first heard about it well over a month ago, actually, and it was originally deemed a feature that was set to come to the game either at the very end of March or at the very start of April. But if you fast forward to now, obviously that did not happen. You know, we didn't see it in the Season 3 update, and it also didn't appear on the seasonal roadmap either, which honestly had a lot of players, myself included there, pretty confused as to where exactly this new Mastery camo was. But, have no fear, we now have a much better picture of what's going on with this new camo. So a few days back, Newbie tweeted at Joe Seacott asking if there was any new info he could share on the new Mastery camo and Weapon Mastery challenges. And to this, Joe replied with, "It should be in the mid-season update. It will require gold to be unlocked for the weapon before it'll actually progress, and it will take a long time." So, bada bing, bada boom, that's one pretty big chunk of info right there. Prior to this tweet, we had no idea what this new Mastery camo was going to require from us. And while we still don't know the exact challenge to physically unlock the camo, you know, whether it be to get 1,000 headshots or 2,500 total kills or whatever else, we know that for sure in order to start even making progress on this new camo, you are going to need to have gold unlocked on that specific weapon. But that is still not all the info we have when it comes to this new camo. My buddy Prestige went ahead and followed up on Joe's response with, "Do you need to get gold on all the DLC weapons to unlock this new camo?" And that's when Achilles chimed in and said that from his understanding, this new Mastery camo would be unique to each gun. So you could unlock it on the M4 and the M4 alone, or just on the MP5, and that way you wouldn't have to worry about unlocking it on other weapons too, if you didn't want to. And Joe actually confirmed that by saying this, "It is per gun, so as long as you have gold on that gun, you can progress the new camo." So now we have a much better idea of what this new Mastery camo is going to require to unlock. Like I said, still no details regarding the actual challenge itself, but the preceding requirement of having gold unlocked first is basically like step 1, I guess you could say. Also, Joe ended up responding to a different tweet regarding this new camo, saying whether a camo looks better is very subjective. For reference, the initial tweet here was worried about this new camo making Damascus seem sort of obsolete. Anyways, Joe continues with, "Damascus will always be the all-weapon status symbol / peacock camo. The Mastery content is about each weapon individually, so it means different things when you see it, and it shouldn't take anything away from the amazing Damascus achievement. So from this, honestly, I can't tell if that means Damascus is still going to be the only sort of wow camo, I guess. You know, the one that really stands out, and that this new camo is sort of just going to be good looking, but not necessarily as eye-catching. Or if that's just Joe saying, hey, this new camo is cool, and Damascus is cool, and they each represent a different kind of grind. I guess that's sort of up for interpretation, but by all means, let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments below. However, that is still not all the information that we've got on this new Mastery camo, as we now also have a better idea regarding when exactly we are going to see it. And as I alluded to earlier, it is not a 100% confirmed date, but it is a lot more solidified than what we had going into the season. So Joel Emsley ended up replying to Shots, who tweeted him about the timing of the camo itself, and he said here, the Master Camo and frankensmithing, aka Gunsmith Customs, are in the same update. I'm not sure the exact timing, so I'm gonna go with sometime in Season 3. Of course though, because of Joe Cot's earlier comments, we know that the mid-season update is the one we're looking at here for now not only the new Mastery camo, but also the Frankenstein Blueprints feature, otherwise known as frankensmithing. Which, for anyone who's not familiar with that is the ability to combine two blueprints for the same weapon. So for example, two M4A1 blueprints or two Kilo blueprints to make sort of a hybrid weapon in a sense that uses the looks of each with various attachments. Now, the Gunsmith Customs feature is one that we actually see listed as an in-season update on the Season 3 roadmap. And with the confirmation that the new camo will be added in alongside the frankensmithing feature, I really wouldn't be surprised if we see a few other larger pieces of content implemented into the game around that same time too. We also know we are going to see the return of the Gunfight tournament system at some point in, I would guess, the near future, as Joe Cot also said over on Twitter that the new rewards and rules are all set up and good to go, and the new tournament is going through testing as we speak. And although that's not listed as an actual item on the Season 3 roadmap, so far we have seen two other Gunfight tournaments added in. And I believe, if I remember correctly, one occurred in Season 1 and the other in Season 2. Now again, I'm not 100% sure on that, but I know we definitely had one last season, and although we're not sure if this is a feature that we'll see included in the mid-Season 3 update, or just at a later time this season, I would be very surprised if we went the entire season without the tournament system being added back into the game. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there is also some other new camos that could, keyword could, be coming to the game in the future as well. Although out of everything we've talked about so far today, this is the one feature where we have the smallest amount of information. But over on Reddit, Joel Emsley responded to a comment saying, "Please tell me the new camo is not reactive or animated or moving." And Joel actually said that Infinity Ward is trying to make these things plausible for now and also material based. Now, curiously enough, in the past, Joel has said that he does not like the idea of camos that cannot be made via real world materials. And he's even said before that he would like to stay away from having reactive camos like those of, say, Dark Matter from Black Ops 4. But here he says they are trying to make it a plausible thing, which means maybe down the road we could have some more outlandish and wild camos compared to all the still and more common ones that we currently have available. Then one final thing I did want to bring up, since we are on the topic of the big mid-season update, is the potential release of the duos mode for Warzone. And I'm going to keep it a buck with you guys, this is just simply speculation. You know, as of now, no date has been set for the release of duos, but if there is going to be this big mid-season patch like it's indicated throughout this video, then if we don't see duos by that time, I would fully expect it to be included in this update. I mean, we know it's coming to the game thanks to the preview that was up on the COD website for a brief moment, and also the game files as well. And honestly, I would hope it comes to the game before the middle of the season, but seeing as it is a larger feature, I once again would not be surprised if it was released alongside some other major additions to sort of hype up that update even more. Anyways, with all of that being said, that is effectively what all was just teased about the mid-season 3 update, and that is going to wrap things up for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you are new here and you want to stay up to date with the latest Call of Duty news, intel, updates, leaks, and everything in between, feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. That way you'll always know whenever I upload a new video. As always, if you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code IMMORTAL on all Scuff, G Fuel, Control Freak, and Respawn products. All of those links can be found in the description below, and once again, thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.